Hey everybody, and welcome to Alan's Bonsai. Today I'm going to work on this hornbeam. Now, being at the northern border of Zone 10, I'm a little too far south for hornbeams actually. So these guys need a little extra TLC versus some other trees. This one here has already sprouted, so I'm not going to do a major root pruning. I am going to pot it into a 10-inch bulb pan, and I've already plopped it into the pan, and I will not really need to manipulate the roots at all. Now that it's sprouted out, it's just not conducive to really doing a heavy root prune. The heavy root prune needed to be done early, and I just didn't get to it. So you deal with what you got. I'm also going to cut the top off. As you can see, the top has a whole bunch of wild growth. That's all coming off. And we also have this strange branch here, which in theory you could cut the whole thing back to right there and make that the new leader, and you'd get a whole bunch more taper. But I'm going to do more of a feminine looking thing. And then we have this guy here, which is a sacrifice branch. But I'm going to cut it back too because it's grown also really long. And if it stays really long and gets too long, it can actually cause the pot to tip over. So I'm going to cut that back too. So the first order of business is to cut back that sacrifice branch somewhere in here. Then take this guy off. You see how he's going right in front of the form of the trunk, so we want him off. I mean, in theory you could, maybe like wire it, but it's not going to wire. Take it off. Take it off. Then this branch here coming down is also really not what we want. Probably going to use this guy here as the first main branch, even though it's not right at the curve. But I can manipulate it up so that once it's nice and full and thick, it will look like it's coming from the curve. So I'm going to chop this guy away here too, this extra growth here. And then I'm going to cut the apex to right about here. And then maybe just do a little, actually I can just pinch it out, the new growth. So my plan for this tree is to get another apex up in here. It's going to be a pretty tall tree. And I can leave some of the smaller stuff on as pseudo sacrifice branches. But that's about it for styling it. And now I'm going to get it into the pot. So I think I'll work from over here. Work this way. I'm just going to try to, come on, thank you. You can see it's got nice white roots, pretty healthy. The soil is a little bit mucky, but hornbeams are an understory plant, kind of a swamp plant anyway, so I'm not really entirely worried about that. And I don't, like I said, I don't really want to prune any of the roots. Maybe just a little bit right there, those guys. They're not even going to cut. Okay, then get them in the pot, and the beauty of a round pot is you don't have to worry about where the front is, even though I spun it around so the front is showing. And then, can I do this backhand? Just fill it with more soil. And this is just a landscape mix. I don't use bonsai soil until I put plants into bonsai pots. And even then sometimes I still use landscape mix. Depends on how young the tree is, depends on how Well, just the nature of the trees. Some trees seem to do fine just in landscape mix, even if they're in a bonsai pot, and then some don't. So that's part of knowing your material. So that's about it. I think I'm going to cut a little bit more of the sacrifice branch. And right now this guy is in blazing sun because it's early morning. And he's not growing in sun, so I'm going to put him back in the shade where I got him from. Oh, did I even get any of that on camera? Maybe I didn't. Okay, so maybe I just have to edit it a little bit. So there's the tree in his pot. Going to give it a little bit of fertilizer, and hornbeams need to stay very moist. And who knows? So if you like this video, please give me a thumbs up, subscribe, and hit the notification bell, and you can watch this guy develop. And leave a comment if you would like. And that's it for this video. So thanks again for watching.